So today I'm going to show you guys how to make a fairy house out of natural materials using a gourd as a base. So start by getting yourself a dried gourd. I'm using a gooseneck gourd, but you can use any kind of gourd you want. And then you just want to draw on your windows and your doors. Gourds erase pretty easily, so if you make a mistake, you can just erase it. I'm going to do a few circle windows on either side of my door on the lower half. And then you want to take some thin twigs and cut them into small pieces. And then cut those small pieces in half so they each have a flat edge. And that's the edge you're going to put the glue on. So put the glue on the flat edge and then just glue your twigs onto your gourd to make your window following the lines that you drew. This one is my square window. And then once you get your window outline done, you can do some pieces in the middle. If you find they don't fit on the gourd, if the gourd is round, you can bend them until they just slightly start to crack. That will keep them in the bent shape so they fit flush against the gourd. So then take another piece of gourd and crack it so you get a little bit of an odd shaped piece. You just want to glue that right over the window. It's going to be your window awning. Cut some rectangles out of some bark. Those are going to be your shutters. So glue one onto either side of the window. It might be easier to glue these on before the awning if you have a big awning. Then take some pumpkin seeds, and starting at the bottom of the awning, you're just going to put the pumpkin seeds on, glue them on one at a time, and then on the next row you'll overlap those over the first layer. You'll just keep going all the way up until you got the entire awning covered. You can also use pine cone scales if you want a slightly different look, but I have a lot of pumpkin seeds, so that's what I used on mine. And then you can go right up and cover the top of it to be a roof. You can also paint the pumpkin seeds if you want them a different color. And just go until the entire area you want is covered. So here's mine with my roof that spills out over onto the awning, all shingled with pumpkin seeds. For the round windows, put in a line of glue and then take some very small twigs. Again, these are cut in half so they have a flat edge. You can make little round windows with a little cross in the middle. And then take a piece of shelf fungus or something that will be flat. I'm using shelf fungus here. And you just want to glue some dried flowers onto that. And they make perfect little window boxes. Just glue those under the windows. These are just tiny little pieces of fungus that grow on firewood. So for the door, you do the doors the same way as the windows, just taking the sticks that have been split, putting the flat edge and the line of glue around the doorway. Use the smaller twigs for the curve, then you get your full door. You can also make a window in the door, as I did here, a little square window with the cross in the center. Some really tiny twigs for that. And then of course you'll be needing a door handle. I just used a dried flower for my door handle. So then you can put another awning over the door, which I unfortunately didn't film for some reason. So then you need to paint the windows. You don't have to, but it does make them look like they're glowing with a warm glow if you use an orange or yellow paint. And if you do this before you build the windows, it's actually easier because you don't have to worry about getting paint on the windowsills then. I unfortunately forgot and did it afterwards. So then you want to paint the door as well. I'm using a green because it's an earthy color and it looks kind of natural. And then finish it off with a few pumpkin seeds over the little awning that goes over the door there. And then you get yourself a nice little home for the fairies.